Welcome back to the EGFC Power Series 2022. I'm Tenrek. With me is Cup of Frag. And if you're just joining us, we're heading into map 3 between Butler and DePaul universities. Both of them have taken a map. We've just found out their opponents for the grand finals. Wichita State University is going to be moving on. Who will be facing them? Will it be Butler or DePaul as we head into map 3? Breeze.
I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Who's it going to be? DePaul or Butler? I've got my take on this. I'm going to let you go first.
Between both teams, I've seen both. I've seen DePaul on Breeze. I have to say, I've seen DePaul on Breeze. It was the deciding map for what got them here against Georgetown.
Okay.
That was the map that went 14-12. And DePaul, their defense is incredible on this map. They keep things so even in a map that can be that is often considered so attacker-sided. Butler, however, I mean, that last map, Ascent, they were so dominant. They were so clean. And DePaul seems to have lost a bit of their vigor, a little bit of their sheen. And I don't know if that's come back yet. But of course, Breeze, the comp-wise, you can kind of expect the same thing. I do see Saga on the KO, though, and I have questions.
I like that. I like those questions that you're going to be asking about that, and I'm also asking them as well. KO, so underutilized on the map of Breeze. I think in Valorant overall, it's a hot take, but I'm going to say it as it is. We'll come back to that KO point, though. For the time being, let's go through what we do have in concrete. We've got the double Sova set up. We've got the double chamber set up. Expectation for Breeze, that quick rendezvous, that quick in and out. The Viper, obviously, so needed for those lineups and for that toxic screen. It does wonders on this map for coverage and blocking off those sight lines.
Smiley locking things in. You have both of your comps. And just about everybody you could ask for that comes to Breeze is here. Got Sova, you got Jet, you got Viper, you got Sky, you got Chamber, and you got KO.
And with that KO mention, and I know you did sort of highlight that, and I want to go back to that real quick before we jump into the mix. KO has just started to be used at that tier 1 level within Breeze. So to see a collegiate team starting to exercise, starting to do a bit of a runaround with the KO, fantastic stuff. And I don't even want to say that's a bit ahead of the grain, a bit ahead of the curve for collegiate teams to even be exploring using a KO on a map like this.
That's the thing, is KO has such an unabashedly high skill ceiling, especially in a map like Breeze, because if you miss your 0 point, then you don't have any connection for anything. You don't get any utility usage for the next, 30 seconds. Like, your fragments and flash drives are so mid compared to a lot of other tools that other characters get. That's why your knife and null command are so important. And in a map as gargantuan as Breeze, you need a lot of intel to get that knife right. And as time has gone on, teams have gotten more and more intel, they've gotten more and more game sense, and they've gotten more and more confident with throwing these knives. Question is, can a collegiate team, can DePaul keep up with that pace? And can they clutch out their third map and indeed take themselves to the finals?
What a shot!
Butler has something to say about it in this pistol round, keeping things close.
Shot from Smiley.
Woo!
I love some pistol round action. I love a jump and burst classic as well. Free gun, by the way.
Regrowth, though. It's a total reset here. And Icy finds one. That headhunter is so dangerous. My goodness. Icy getting another with the classic this time around, and Butler finds round 1.
Round 1 over and done. Icy picks up 2 with a pistol, and so does the Viper as well. So, from an operator-style player to, well, to your smokes do controller. It's all happening. Sentinels controllers taking those duelists and saying, you know what, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who you are. We're going to get it done right here, right now. The heal diff also present once more. The Sky on the side of Butler. No healer. Not even a self-healer present. DePaul.
DePaul, they want to feel the burn, but they might not want to for long.
Ooh.
Pretty simple second round, cut and dry.
What a recon,
Icy
though.
holding down the double doors, yeah. Great entry frag there for Butler, and they take the second round about as cleanly as you could ask to. DePaul now on the heels of the bonus, but again, they've made a pretty tiny dent, so they will be left with bar nothing, walking in round 4.
Only 4 frags. 4 frags gross in round number 3 here for DePaul. Yeah, early days, but we talked of a concern in the ranks of DePaul of, are their heads out of the game? Are they psyched out after what happened on Ascent? I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to put the seeds, just plant the seed and see if germination happens. But right now, only one team's germinating. That's Butler.
4 coming through on A yet again. Issei opening pick onto Icy over in the elbow. And Varsity finding 2 with the Marshall before getting finally traded out. And now that Odin has picked up the mantle of the Marshall, finding 1 themselves. Are you kidding me right now, Butler? Where was this on map 1? We could have gone home early if you guys were this on fire. Butler looking to take 3 rounds in a row, which could be massive for their momentum going into the rest of this defensive swap. But they got to get through Ghosty first. Ghosty's found 4s, has the Vandal and the Light Shields. It'll take a shot or 2 to deal with them. A lot of damage already on Odin. Another Shock Bolt might drive them out. Yes! It's just 1 more, but Smiley's all the way back in the cave, but they've squandered the shots that they had. Snakebite to draw Ghosty to the corner. Another one to draw him even further back, but he's still waiting for the swing and finds the kill. DePaul will indeed take the bonus.
DePaul, hang on for their entire serious lives right there. So desperate. Tooth and nail. After all these muscle shots as well. Such a great bonus here for the likes of Butler. The Butler bonus is going to be shut down, though. After so many Marshall frags and what seemed to be, I think it was even a 3-on-1 at one point.
But now, DePaul, they're back to a hybrid, and Butler are more kitted up than ever. Now on that round 4, they did so much damage. And the bonus... DePaul is stunted, and that's all Butler could really ask for to make this 4th round as easy as possible. And let them hit the ground running for the remainder of this map. DePaul having to waste so many resources on even getting in and losing so much health along the way. He's able to get some health back on, but Icy can take down Nest and Sago and Ghosty.
Icy.
1 enemy remaining.
Give him a chance. Let him breathe.
My goodness. Issei alone again, but now having to get an ace in order to clutch things out. Does find 2 on 5 health, though. Cannot finish things off, and Icy will round out round 4 with a 4K. This guy's already on fire. Check out that KDA. 9-1. And it's only been 4 rounds.
That's the dream. Any player wants that. Especially a duelist style player. And that's a completely different can of worms, so I'm not even going to get into that. But is Chamber the correct clarification of agent, or should he be a duelist? I think he should be a duelist, but that's just my say.
I don't know. I feel like as time goes on, those sort of roles are going to be less and less important to a comp.
Yes, sir.
I feel like you're just going to end up saying, pick these agents instead of we need this specific structure, and these particular agents happen to fill in the gap. First, he still has that operator online, and wow, this is a disgusting pickup here for Butler. DePaul is back to square 1 yet again. Butler, I don't think they lost any health that round.
No, they didn't lose any health. They didn't lose any gunfights or even a potential of losing the gunfight. I think it was just a complete wash there. Sure, they're on an eco. They haven't got too much to speak of, but the fact that there was no trades, big concern. We talked of concern, and the concern's coming to fruition now. This isn't just hype or false hype of us trying to put one team at a deficit. DePaul just don't seem to have the edge that they did before. I'd love to see maybe a tactical timeout here for DePaul, just to gather their bearings, 10 reckon, and just get their heads back in the game. That'd be awesome.
They do have the full buy back up, though, so this is the most powerful version of DePaul that Butler is going up against so far, but Icy doesn't care. Icy just sees heads that are worth clicking. And Odin do the same over near Pyramids, as that's where the rest of the fight is. But Butler, they recognize it so early, and this is going to be a full-fledged fight on the site. Not what DePaul was hoping. They took a little bit too much time. Null Command is up, though, so a lot of utility gone. Odin can't throw out any sort of birds, and Ness can punish them for it. Sago's null command is already down on the ground, but still nullifying. Spike will still go down. Viper's Pit on top of it. DePaul, they're throwing everything into this fight, and it just might pay off. Nest finding Smiley. Jelly finding Firsty, but Icy and Force double frag, and it's just down to Icy. Does he get yet another 4K? He's got to find the Viper in the pit. Jelly.
Timing!
And Icy finds the head! 5-1 Butler.
Bro, I'm going to say it as it is, okay? For Icy, you said he sees heads. I agree, he does see heads, but he might even just see numbers. He just sees the code because he's breaking the code. He's cracking the code with these kind of plays, and this is literally the carry from Icy. Another sensational, another mind-blowing play. Let's look at the scoreboard. 14-1.
That's an unreal KDA. I mean, Butler, they still have a lot to go, but they are looking so dominant right now. It is absolutely incredible.
I got you.
Get this man a gold star. Maybe a t-shirt that's a giant gold star, because I don't think just one gold star would be enough for the kind of performance we're seeing from Icy right now. He's continuing, and he's doing it again!
Jeez. It looks more brutal every time you get to watch it. Sure, it's another save for DePaul, but it still looks so disgusting. But let's not forget about the rest of Butler, too. Throwing so much into this. Smiley and Forrest picking up some kills all their own, but Icy again rounds it out. Butler, 6-1 on the defense.
Like, I don't know what to say, apart from talk about just how in sync, in vibe they feel right now. They don't feel uncomfortable at all. They're all making the individual plays, and it's all working. They don't really seem to have a response right now, DePaul. I talked of a timeout. If you are getting bullied, yeah, you call the timeout, you put that bully on the back burner, and let's see. Right now, as a coach, what do you say to DePaul, Tenrek? What do you say to get them back into this game? What's missing?
I say it's now or never. I say you need to pick yourself up. You need to pick yourselves up by your bootstraps. You need to stop entering so brazenly. Honestly, I feel like DePaul has really kind of just been walking into sites that they assume are cleared out. But Butler, they're getting closer and closer and closer, managing those front lines so effectively and silencing any approach before the fight really starts. Once it does start, Butler, they've gotten everything lined up. They've set up all the pins, and all they have to do is knock them down.
Yeah.
They have
They've
3
got
ults
that bowling
online.
ball ready.
I mean, look at the amount of creds that they have right now. They're set for life. They're ready for the rest of this half. The remainder of this half, DePaul is going to be facing a fully kitted Butler every single round. Doesn't matter.
Literally.
Doesn't matter how many they win from this point on.
And to boot with that, is if money does become a problem, you've got a chamber. So you've got that reserve of the Headhunter. You've got that reserve of the Tour de Force. Ultimates are there for DePaul right now. Off this timeout, can they get a wave of momentum? Uh-oh.
Nisei whiffs the shot with the Tour de Force. DePaul, they're just missing every angle they managed to get. 4 members still up. Waltzing in through Cave, but Odin's gonna peek out first, get silenced by Jelly. Nest finding too as well. That's A point opened up. Only 2 members left, and Smiley's already given themselves away through the double doors. Is gonna have to move in first. We'll get cut off by Sago. Now it's just Fours, who is suppressed. Has an op up, but DePaul doesn't have to worry about that sight line. And Fours already down to 17. Butler will finally lose their streak here, but not before Fours finds 1 pick. Paul finding their 2nd round.
Recover that op as well? Yes, they are. So, op recovered. I was actually wondering if Force were just going to go back to defender spawn and throw the op out the map, because reality is they're going to be struggling to purchase one if that wasn't recovered. A couple of exit frags, regardless though, for DePaul. Is that just going to be a consolation prize at this point, though? Are we going to see a couple weave together? If we see a few back-to-back, I'll be a believer. Call me a believer. But till that point, let's see what they can bring.
Well, the thing is, the great thing here is DePaul was able to pick up so many guns that they now have an economic cushion as well for themselves. So Butler, even if they win this round, DePaul's going to be fully kitted up for the remainder of this half as well, I think. Including Nisei on that operator who finds Firsties up, and just like that, the sniper is gone. Nobody's suppressed just yet, so Odin can throw out a bird here, but they're regressed too quickly. Icy, though, with the 2K, brings it right back to even Stevens and Fours. behind the pyramids can trade out properly as well. Icy looking around the corner, trying to find Sago first, peeking through the middle and can turn around in time. Now it's just Nisei who has that operator. But he's the one who has to go get this spike. Icy's going to chance it and peek it out and gets punished for it.
So risky.
Now Smiley just watching through. Nisei has to enter through here and doesn't really have anything to do it. He's got the trademark, he's got the rendezvous, but he can't set it up anywhere that won't get aggressed here by Smiley.
Can't blame Icy. This ego peeking that really. He's been getting all the picks. Hasn't really been punished for anything at all. The timing could be crucial here. The timing is going to be crucial. It's going to be crucial for Smiley. Peeks it with that Vandal. One bullet in the chamber. Released post-match, but Smiley recovers the op. Gets it back off the drop to the teammate, and Butler not allowing DePaul to weave those 2 rounds together. One, you're done, and they're cut.
Very conspicuous 20 bomb from Icy as we head into round 10 as well. This is just maddening. An average of more than 2 kills a round, and only dying 3 times in the past 9. That's absolutely incredible. That's almost a 7 KD walking in around 10.
That is nuts.
Now he's got the tour de force too. This is madness right now.
Add in like a cherry to the cake of goodness that you just described to me. Imagine that you've got a good team along with you as well, and you that only play with double figures in the server. First, trying to compete the blaze boom to the face, and oh dear, oh dear. Odin has a Vandal, fucking so many heads, causing so much devastation.
Ghosty can fire through and find 3 though before Odin finds kill number 4. I think that's our second double-digit killer of the lobby, sealing their deal right there. I mean, what a flick on the 2 after Jelly came out. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. But Ghosty did so much work there to try and stop Butler for a second. All for naught, though. Butler back to a full buy, and DePaul. This is, I mean, again, they're going to run on fumes walking in around 12 here.
Just one player in double figures. I'm in awe of this right now. I'm all about those KDRs. I think it's the COD routes for me. No command is going to be engaged. An attempt from Butler to deter the opponents, and not just deter them, knock them back down to the 4-on-4.
Saga will get downed after the entry, and Force jumps in just to get killed again. Icy on fire yet again, finding 2. But DePaul is trading out more consistently this time, so Icy's going to try and frag from a distance to make sure that they can't res Saga, but they do. Seeker's now out as well from Odin to make sure that these last 2 members of Butler are able to get all the connection they require to seal round number 9 as intact as possible. Poison Cloud will shield away the peak. Yes, Saga's back down. Jelly's on low health, and Nisei's gone. Just like that, Butler on the back of Icy yet again. We'll find round number 11. This is such a polar opposite from what we have seen so far.
My head is in my hands, and it's not, and this is meant by no means as disrespect to DePaul. My head is chilly in my hands because Icy isn't missing anything. Anything. Shallow peak, wide peak, jump peak, jiggle peak. Like, no flash, raw peak. It doesn't matter. Every kind of peak, Icy is hitting the shot. Everything.
Butler just 4 rounds away from heading to the finals against Wichita State University. First, he having to make a run for it. Thanks to the recon bolt, so A-side is more opened up than normal. Nest also with the Blade Storm. They're going to try and make this a 9-3 game, and Forrest has something to say about it first with the Hunter's Fury. Hoden finding the kill next, and Forrest on the 3rd shot finding Ghosty. Nest still finding one with the Blade Storm and is still alive in this Viper's Pit. It has been set up by Jelly now. They haven't planned it just yet, though, and Firsty now inside the Viper's Pit. Forrest finding the first kill, though. Viper's Pit is gone, and Nest is left out in the open. Forrest finding a 4K. Butler will seal the deal once again, 10-2 heading into the half.
Let's give that MVP crown in the terms of Sova. Okay, the Sova diff in the server right now. Maybe not statistically, but just play and impact-wise, right? For fours, sure, 1 frag in the advantage of the Sova department, but the Hunter's Furies, we've seen so many in that half 10 rec where Hunter's Fury got 1 to 2 frags. That's brilliant for your ultimate as initiators, what you need at your Sova.
It's great from fours, and Ghosty's shock bolt pressure at the very same time
Yeah.
has led him to be the top fragger of his team too. Boatsov is really showing out, but Butler's team is all over this kill feed. Icy still rocking a 6.0 KD heading in to round number 13. Butler, they're 3 rounds away. With this pistol, they could just be 1.
You've got double figures at the half and you get pistol rounds. Oh, it's just such a good feeling. Like, you feel great for the rest of your half. Ain't nothing going to be getting you down.
Oh, what trigger discipline!
Oh, so good. So great from Thirsty. And Icy
again.
continues.
Does he find another? Ghosty stuck behind orange here, about to be surrounded, and Icy finds the big again!
Last player standing.
Oh my goodness.
3.
Sorry guys, my little brother was playing last round. Let me just hop on and...
That's Icy's story, and he's going to stick to it. 11-2. 27 in 4.
Oh my gosh.
He's been
And this
joined,
is-
though, by another double-digit fragger.
Smiley is a vandal, bro. What is this right now, Butler? They're committed to just being so disgustingly dominant at this point. It is something to witness.
This ends now. That's what they've said in the team chat. That's what it's in the voice chat. And have it no other way. Save the juice. Save the gas for that grand final.
Nisei watching with that headhunter to start things out. Has to immediately rendezvous out, though, and B-side is immediately Butler's. The question at this point is not, can DePaul win this round? It's, how badly will DePaul lose it? Will Butler go flawless, and will the bonus be incredibly close, or will Butler lose enough members to call it a potential comeback here from DePaul? There's one down, but Icy on fire yet again, finding
Triple.
3, and Firsty finds the 2K as well. Only 2 members from Butler go down, which means DePaul can absolutely afford the bonus. But can they afford much more?
I think best case scenario right there is just econ damage, right? Nothing really to be seen, though. Players surviving and thriving with these low buys. 3K coming in for Icy. Firsty gives the killer blow. That one punch, the final punch, and we could be seeing the final blow here. 12-2, match point for Butler. 30 and 4, 30
Butler's force buying. They're gonna try and take this right now. They have 3 Vandals, the Bulldog and the Spectre. They're gonna try and take this round right now. They're going for match point, and they have a tour de force to do it.
This is a cruel way to end things, but a cool way if you're a Butler fan. Butler being taken out for the first blood though. The pool cracked the ice open. Down to the 4 and 4.
Firsty around the steps, can't find another, and Saga is going to try and re-engage. Fire through the toxic screen, doesn't find anything. A 4v3 now. Odin sees one through orange, but doesn't take the shot. Spike is down, but so are Icy and Odin. It's just Smiley, and he's going to try and save.
Has he got post plant? He's got post plant.
Oh, he's setting up the Vipers. Util here. Snake bite down first.
They know.
Yeah, they're going to try and regress this lineup before they even take out the Spike.
Oh, they got the
That might
suppression
waste too much time. Oh, no snakebite available. That's gorgeous. How he's forced to shoot it out. Gets the first half of the defusal, and Ghosty can finish things off. DePaul will take the bonus. They played that really smart, nice and methodical, and kept most of their members alive.
That is the one problem with that post plant. If you're against a KO, sure, you get your first snake bite off, but you're going to have to be pretty trigger happy to beat that 0 point or take out that 0 point on its approach to you. Good utilization of the KO to pulling out as much as they can to stop a dominant team in their tracks. And if you've ever been on the receiving end of a game like this where it's a dominant team coming against you, simply put, your only ask as a team, try to do what you can to break that economy. Try and break their stride. The drone coming in from Butler. And oh boy, already a first blood. Chamber's gone.
Butler's only asking for 1 round, but they want it here, and they want it now. Ghosty gonna stop Smiley's approach, but the rest of Butler is already coming online. Ghosty doesn't care, though. Ghosty finding 3. And Jelly in the back corner.
Okay.
Ghosty finding 4. Fours around the other end, though, will find Ghosty and
Oh!
waiting. Don't do it to him
No!
like this. Fours, for giggles, will find one and shoot another down in the blind. Why not? It is not Butler's match yet. But DePaul, they lost a lot there.
That's the first time I've seen an ace denied by an actual knife. More like a fan. Swat to the back of the dome. Not for you, sir.
That works.
Ghosty 15 and 13. The top fragger has half the kills of Butler's top fragger. Icy 30 and 6. DePaul, they've won 2 consecutive rounds. Now they just have to take 8 more on the defense. First, he's going to launch out the Blade Storm. Butler, they are really going 100% every single round. And you have to ask the question every single round because of it. Is this the one? Is this the time where it pays off? Ghosty, yet again, opens things up with a heartfelt no. Firsty, huge Blade Storm, and is going to pick up. He stays gun because of it.
Yeah, they've got a Vandal.
Butler's now playing incrementally. Firsty having 2 more knives, trying to find a shot. They do, but don't get the finisher.
Standing.
Firsty, though, finding
player.
up, though, and gets Shelly, and Smiley gets 1, too. Nest is able to finalize the kill on a Firsty, but has to find 3 more in order to keep them in this finals match.
Welcome to my world.
They're on
1
the
more
rotation.
body.
Oh, they're putting out the Viper's Pit.
Oh,
as
the
well.
Viper's Pit in spawn. In CT.
Just preventing that rotation, Tenreg. That's so big brain. Oh, and hiding in the middle pillar. Take some notes.
How interesting is this? Nobody's even watching the mid-rotation. They don't need to. They know Nest is the one that has to do everything here. 1
Plum.
shot could separate Butler from the finals against Wichita State. Cloudstorm in, but he's already been spotted. 87 and 24, cut down by 2 members. Odin gets the final shot. Butler with a 13-4 win. With the comeback, wins 2-1 and is going to the finals match.
Surge of GGs flood through the chat, and you see what happened and where it was at. Icy, only 3 first bloods, but do not let that deceive you. 30 in 6, 447 combat score. What a performance from Icy, and that is as cold as it gets.
5.0 KD to finish things off. It was the Icy show all of the way with a couple little guest characters along the way. Definitely a fun ride from Butler, but that was the style we were promised. Just absolute unabashed running in and doing what you can, and Butler, they did a whole lot. When we come back, an interview with the winning team right before they head into the finals match against Wichita State. We'll be right back.